former President Trump hitting the road starting this weekend, basically the kickoff for a summer tour to not only rally his Republican base ahead of the midterms, but to continue to sell his lies about the 2020 election ahead of 2024. NBCNews.com senior national political reporter John Allen is here with his new reporting. Jonathan, great to see you. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Hallie.
So you write, defeated presidents usually go away at least for a long while, not Donald Trump, right? He's got these plans, and I've been talking with folks in Trump world, as you know, too, kind of a revenge tour, kind of a sales pitch on these election lies, if you will. What's going on?
Well, looking back to Grover Cleveland, the only president who ever lost a re-election bid, came back and won again, going that far back in history, skipping over the Jimmy Carter and George H.W. defeats in one term. I think President Trump, A, loves to go out and rally. B, he wants to be in the strongest position he can be to maintain his hold on the Republican Party, to try to help Republicans, and particularly pro-Trump Republicans, win midterms. And this is going to be a real tension point because there are Republicans who think that it's a bad idea to go down the path of electing, say, a Jody Hice in Georgia as Secretary of State instead of Brad Raffensperger, on the basis that he might go with Trump in an election dispute. So there are a lot of reasons for Trump to be doing this, and obviously has a lot on his hands at the moment, some legal jeopardy as well. Yeah, that's not going anywhere either. I know you spoke with a former Trump operative who told you this about the former president's prospects as he looks ahead to 2024. And this person said that, the former president could win the primary on his name alone. The problem is building a coalition of people among light-leaning Republicans and independents. He'd completely have to make a pivot of 180 degrees on his rhetoric. He would have to change and ask forgiveness. I don't know who your sources are, John, but come on. Anybody who has been around Donald Trump for the last 5 years that he's been in politics knows he's not going to change. He's not going to ask for forgiveness. He is not going to change his rhetoric. He will likely continue to threaten this 2024 run. What is that going to do to the rest of the field, right? Names like Nikki Haley, Mike Pompeo, Tom Cotton, who are widely believed to be planning a run in 2024, not to mention his own former VP, Mike Pence. I'm trying to think of the polite way to say this on national television. Please. It screws them. I mean, there is a degree to which Donald Trump continuing to have this hold on the Republican Party, and even though his approval ratings broadly are very low right now, meaning across the electorate, within the Republican Party, there's still tremendous interest in him. There's still an allegiance to him among the voters. And so what that means for these other candidates is they can go out and raise money and they can start to build their profile. But they are basically stuck in place. I mean, for almost all of them, they're trying, as this operative said to me, and I didn't use the term in the story, but this operative who is basically saying Trump shouldn't run, basically it was saying, like, all these candidates are Trump-like. Whether you're talking about Mike Pompeo or Nikki Haley or former Vice President Mike Pence, all of them would be trying to run for his base and Ron DeSantis of Florida. And they're not able to do that if those voters think that Donald Trump is going to run for president again, and certainly not able to do it if he does run for president again.